still smiling and over the moon about the last match. But up next, another interesting confrontation as the polarizing star Ricochet makes a special appearance tonight, accepting an open challenge from the legendary Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. This next contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from Paducah, Kentucky, weighing 188 pounds, here is Ricochet. All right, well, the background on this one, all generated from Ricky Steamboat, who's been following the career of Ricochet, but has also seen a touch of arrogance in the young superstar and has issued this open challenge to the current AEW wrestling star, inviting him to come on back to RWL for a minute so the Dragon can show him how it's done.
Ricochet's not unfamiliar to our WL or our fans, as he's locked horns with some of the top guys in our cruiserweight division, having clashed with Tony Dangerous, Scotty Priest, LV Gigante, and cruiserweight champ Gary Galaxy. This, however, will be Ricochet's first collision with Rick Steamboat, and you really have to wonder which of them's going home with the win here. Listing it as too close to call, but I'm partial to Steamboat, who's got the edge in experience by a country mile.
Well, I would have to go with that one myself, Wally, but Ricochet might surprise us. He is extremely fast.
His opponent from Honolulu, Hawaii, weighing 226 pounds, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, been a champion everywhere he's ever competed. Well loved by the fans. This Honolulu, Hawaii native, a Hall of Famer, extremely popular with fans, especially old school fans, who believe that he's definitely got the edge, as you say, Wally, over Ricochet, experience-wise, and that's for sure. But, again, Ricochet extremely fast, so what we have got here is a beautiful match concocted by booking agent Myron Schimmelman.
The fans in the Glendale Sports Complex giving Ricky Steamboat a very warm welcome as he gets set to engage in what should be a pretty amazing generational battle.
And if there's one thing I do love, it is a generational battle. Tom Kanemaru sounds the bell. They come center ring. Kick to the midsection from Ricochet. Goes behind on Ricky Steamboat. Steamboat taken down to the canvas by Ricochet. Won't let go of that rear waistlock. Steamboat trying to work it loose. Gets himself back up. Goes behind on Ricochet. Surprise, surprise. Oh, look at this. Snap mirror. And into a rear chin lock. Ricochet drives a knee into the back of Ricky Steamboat. Steamboat counters quick. Fireman's carry equally quick from Ricochet. Ricochet squirting Ricky Steamboat towards the ropes. Gets him on the top rope. Hangs him up off the top rope. Down he goes center ring. Ricochet misses with the kick. Rick Steamboat goes behind. Ricochet goes behind equally quickly. Shot to the back of the head. A quick jab from Rick Steamboat. Ricochet whipped to the ropes. Nice arm drag. And a stomp to the back from Rick Steamboat. The Dragon takes a step over. Beautiful Japanese arm drag from Ricky Steamboat. Ricochet counters with a right. Winds up. Oh, look at this quick drop toe hold from Rick Steamboat. And a nice fireman's carry, too. Followed up with a stomp to the midsection. Ricochet. As the arm wound up, Steamboat snaps it. Misses with the stomp. Drops an elbow into the top of Ricochet's head. Beautiful crucifix from the Dragon. Ricochet catches a shoulder claw from Rick Steamboat. Referee Tom Kanemaru watching things. Ricochet slammed to the canvas. Rick Steamboat going for a quick cover one. And, man, just barely a one. Ricochet powering out real quick. Kick to the back of the head from Ricky Steamboat. Takes himself all the way topside. Ricochet, whoa, did you see that kip up? Steamboat misses with the crossbody. Ricochet just a step too fast. Out onto the apron goes Rick Steamboat. Ricochet talking trash to him. He comes back in. Hard right to the back. Steamboat drives a knee into the back of Ricochet. Rounds him back up again. Escorting Ricochet to the ropes, gonna pay him back for that top rope hangman. Ricky Steamboat with a kick to the back of Ricochet. Steamboat makes his way to the top turnbuckle in the far corner yet again. Ricochet catches an elbow drop to the chest. Rick Steamboat rounds him up with a sweep of the leg from Ricochet, followed up with a stomp to the midsection. Another arm drag from Rick Steamboat. Ricochet winds him up and, oh, nice suplex. Look at this right here. Well, now, a suplex into a spinning neck breaker. Ricochet marking the territory here. Shut up. Ricochet nails him with that suplex again, winds him up one more time, gets him into the dragon sleeper, and Ricky Steamboat says, no, I did that once, I'm not going to do it again. Chop to the throat to Ricochet. Whipped out over the top rope, out onto the floor. Referee Tom Canamora about to initiate the count here. Here we go. Steamboat with another fireman's carry on Ricochet. Gathers him back up. Another crucifix from Steamboat. Ricochet rounded up again. Quick counter from Ricochet and a hard right. And whoa, a Meteora driving both knees into the chest of Rick Steamboat. Ricochet gathers up Steamboat. Steamboat counters with a hard forearm, a second one. Ricochet counters with an elbow. They lock up, they tussle. Steamboat shoves him back. Both men make it back inside the ring. Rick Steamboat whips Ricochet to the ropes, a beautiful arm drag. The Dragon rounds Ricochet up again. Has him up. Look at this. That's taking all the power he's got. Nice running power slam. Wasn't even a running power slam, kind of a jogging power slam. Steamboat rounded up by Ricochet, hard whip to the ropes. An elbow. Steamboat counters with a jab, stuns Ricochet, goes behind, has him up, nice suplex from Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And yeah, this match has been pretty wild so far. Real fast-paced. Steamboat gathers up Ricochet, goes behind, here's a sleeper hold. No ropes for Ricochet to get to. Tom Canamora checking things out. Here's a jawjacker that disengages the hold. Ricochet back up on his feet. Gets a hold of Rick Steamboat, hard Irish whip to the ropes. And whoa, what a kick from Ricochet, who quickly takes himself up to the top turnbuckle here. Rick Steamboat slowly making his way to a standing position. And here we go. Look at this. Steamboat caught him and just dropped him face first to the mat. Out to the floor goes Ricochet. And out to the floor goes Rick Steamboat too. Goes behind on Ricochet, has him up, slams him right back down again. And again, Tom Canamora with the counting gauge. Rick Steamboat rounds him up. Ricochet goes behind on the back door, shoves Steamboat away. A chop across the chest. Steamboat counters with a kick to the midsection. A kick to the knee. Ricochet slowly makes his way to a standing position, counters with an arm drag. Steamboat delivers that kick to the midsection again. Ricochet quickly takes him down. Rounds him back up again. Counters with another kick to the midsection in retaliation. Ricochet holding his stomach. Look at that beautiful moonsault. I think Steamboat might have hit him with them couple of kicks and it hurt. Another kick to the midsection from Steamboat. Quickly slides his way back inside the ring. And now just having a little bit of fun at the expense of Ricochet. I think he's a little bit frustrated. Gets a hold of Steamboat, lifts him to the far corner. Nails him with a crossbody. Steamboat catches a forearm from Ricochet. And a Hurricane Rana too. Steamboat rolls out to the floor. Ricochet takes himself all the way up to the top turnbuckle again. And here we go. Beautiful elbow dive. Just catches Rick Steamboat just in time. Ricochet gathers him up again. Rick Steamboat rolled back inside the ring. Here comes Ricochet. A jab puts Steamboat in the far corner. Steamboat puts Ricochet in the corner. Ricochet puts Steamboat in the corner. Turns him around. Has him up on the middle rope. What are we going to see here? Oh, man. Kick right. Well, that did not look too nice. I'm not allowed to use those words on YouTube. All right. Ricochet rounds up Rick Steamboat. Inverted Russian leg sweep slams Rick Steamboat face first into the canvas. Ricochet going for a cover. 1, 2. But no. Rick Steamboat powering out. Ricochet can't believe it. No. Ricochet has to go back to work. Rounds up Rick Steamboat again. Catches an arm drag instead. The Dragon countered by Ricochet with a hard right. A snap mirror from Ricochet. Followed up with a flip over neck whip. And I'll tell you what, Ricochet is fast. All the way up to the top turnbuckle again. Rick Steamboat slowly making his way to a standing position, and here he comes. Crossbody takes him down. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2, but another near fall as Rick Steamboat gets that left shoulder up big time, so the referee made sure he seen it. Ricochet with a hard whip out onto the floor goes Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Ricochet looking like he's building up a head of steam here. Again up on the top turnbuckle. This kid loves to fly. And here we go. Flying kick. And both men are out. Ricochet might have hurt himself pulling that trick. Gets himself back up to a standing position first. Gathers up Rick Steamboat. Steamboat countering again with another kick to the gut. Ricochet retaliates with a kick to the gut. Steamboat hits him again. Ricochet counters with a right. Ricky Steamboat rolls out. Gets caught by Ricochet. And look at this here. Oh, man. Nasty suplex from Ricochet as the referee continues to count. Kick to the midsection. A hard forearm. Another shot. And another side suplex from Ricochet. Rick Steamboat starting to lose a little steam in that boat as Ricochet rolls him back inside the ring. And Ricochet might be able to wrap this one up. Here's a kick from Rick Steamboat back up on his feet. A snap mirror to Ricochet and a flip over neck whip. These guys matching each other move for move here, seriously. All right, Steamboat up on the top turnbuckle and waiting for Ricochet to stand himself on up. And here we go, crossbody and a hook of the leg center ring, just like Ricochet. 1, 2. Oh, man. Steamboat letting Tom Canamora hear it. He thought it was a 3. And he's rallying the troops here in Glendale. Ricochet gathered up to his feet. Catches a jaw jacket from Ricochet. Ricochet quickly out of the way. Misses with the drop kick. A chop across the chest. A chop across the skull. A rebound off the ropes. And whoa! Another chop right to the head from Rick Steamboat. Follows it up with a fist drop that misses the mark. Ricochet quickly out of the way of that one. Kick to the midsection from Ricky Steamboat. Gets a hold of Ricochet. Ricochet slips out the back door again. Tags him with a hard shot to the back. Jumping neck breaker to Rick Steamboat. And down he goes. Ricochet gathers him up again. Steamboat counters it. Blocks it. Back into another sleeper hold here. Tom Canamora quickly checking things out over here. And that is it. He has rung the bell. Ricochet is gone. Rick Steamboat winning this matchup over Ricochet by submission.
The time, 10 minutes and 15 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Now that was an awesome display from both men. Ricochet, as usual, not afraid to take risks or put his body on the line to achieve his goals, going so far as to hurt himself on one high-risk move to the outside. But that experience factor we mentioned before the match has carried Ricky Steamboat to a tap-out win over a very tough opponent in Ricochet. Steamboat did come pretty close to losing this one, but again, experience is the best teacher.
Steamboat definitely took a heap of punishment at the hands of Ricochet, but Steamboat seems to have worn him down pretty good with those repeated kicks to Ricochet's midsection. But still, big-time tip of the hat to both participants who wrestled a very exciting and fast-paced matchup.
The generational battle settled Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, showing that yes, experience is the best teacher. Folks, when we come back, a ladies tag team main event with American Powers you're not going to want to miss. We'll be right back after the break.